The first question was, as a student who has attended both international schools and public schools, how do you think the rules differ? My answer is that I feel as if public schools are much more stricter when it comes to rules. The second question was, what kind of rules are stricter in public schools? My answer is that some of the rules apply to the way people are dressed, how students are required to wear uniforms, and also the fact that students are not allowed to dye their hair. The third question was, why do you think that dyeing hair is not allowed in public schools? My answer is that I believe that the administration thinks that having dyed hair will disturb and distract other students at the school. The fourth question was, as an individual who has dyed hair, do you think that it is really true that having dyed hair becomes a distraction in school academically wise? My answer is that I don't really think that having dyed hair is that much of a deal than that public schools believe it is. And I believe that dyed hair doesn't necessarily bother other students.
I don't think it becomes like a distraction because it doesn't really like there wasn't any like peculiar or like weird colors that people dye their hair with. It was usually something like yellow, so I can't really like say that it distracts people and distracts me. I believe SIS lets their students dye their hair because it gives students freedom and be what they want while they can still study for like their classes. Though I said like it didn't like distract me, like I think public schools like shouldn't and doesn't allow the students to dye their hair because it could become a distraction if they go to like another level, such as doing it as like hot pink or like purple or like some peculiar colors that you wouldn't like say is like on properly mannered and educational like students. So that's probably like the main like idea of why public schools like doesn't allow students to dye their hair. I'm sort of on the neutral side for this question because I believe on both because like you can dye your hair but like not to an extent where it actually like distracts people, which means like your like level of dyeing your hair will become too severe for students to study. So that's my answer.